I froze when the CEO pointed directly at me during the company-wide meeting. You, in the back. The janitor, could you step out of the frame? We're taking the company photo. 500 employees in our gleaming headquarters auditorium, and every eye turned to me. I wasn't the janitor. I was the new senior data ecritachans who'd started last week. But I was also the only black woman in the room, wearing a simple button-down and slacks while everyone else wore suits and dresses. It was casual Friday parent at least. That's what my manager Diane had told me when I texted her asking about the dress code for the meeting. A hot flush crept up my neck as I stood frozen, clutching my laptop. The photographer waited, camera poised. Actually, sir, I said, my voice surprisingly steady, I am Amara Wilson. I started in data mousing last week. The CEO parent, a man I'd only seen in company-wide emails. Parrot blinked rapidly. Oh, I apologize. Please stay for the photo then. The meeting continued, but I felt eyes flicking toward me throughout. When it ended, everyone filed out quickly while I sat typing furious job search queries into my laptop. Amara, a voice interrupted my thoughts. I looked up to see an older white man in an expensive suit. His name tag read James Reynolds Ounder, the founder, the CEO's father, the man who'd built this company from nothing 40 years ago. Sir, I said, closing my laptop. May I sit? He asked, gesturing to the chair beside me. When I nodded, he continued, I witnessed what happened. It was unacceptable. It wasn't, and we both know it. He paused. Would you join me for coffee? I'd like to hear about your first week. Against my better judgment, I agreed. In the company Casperia, after asking about my background and experience, he said something unexpected. When I started this company, I was often mistaken for the delivery guy. I have a thick Greek accent and back, then I couldn't afford nice clothes. He smiled wryly. People made assumptions. I nodded cautiously. The difference is I could eventually blend in. You don't have that luxury. He leaned forward. I built this company to solve problems, not perpetuate them. Will you help me solve this one? How exactly? I asked. I am creating a new division focused on inclusive product design. We need someone with both technical expertise and perspective. Chauvin who notices things others miss. I laughed without humor, like being mistaken for the cleaning staff. Exactly like that. He handed me his card with a personal email. The salary is double what you are making now, and you'd report directly to me. I stared at him. With all due respect, sir, this feels like hush money. He shook his head. If I wanted to hush this up, I'd have sent legal with an NDA and a settlement. I am offering you a promotion because today made me realize how badly we need someone exactly like you in leadership. 2 weeks later, I sat in the executive boardroom presenting my proposal for the new inclusive design division. The CEO, who'd mistaken me for a janitor, sat directly across from me, noticeably uncomfortable. This initiative will touch every product we develop, I explained. When we exclude perspectives, we miss market opportunities. As I clicked to my final slide, I included a photo parent one taken of me the week before, now framed on James Reynolds' desk. It showed me standing beside the actual janitorial staff parent, a team of mostly older black and hello workers I befriended after the incident. This is our actual cleaning staff, I said. They use our products too, and they had some fascinating insights about how our enterprise software could work better on the aging smartphones many of them use. The CEO shifted in his seat. I want to apologize again, Miss Wilson, for my inexcusable with respect. I interrupted. I am not interested in apologies. I am interested in action. These are the budget requirements for my division. James Reynolds, watching from the head of the table, smiled slightly and nodded. As I walked out after unanimous approval of my proposal, I passed the wall of company photos near reception. A new one had just been added, the one from that meeting. I was in the front row, next to James Reynolds. And behind us stood the entire janitorial staff, now officially recognized as valued members of the company. Sometimes being mistaken for invisible is the quickest way to make sure everyone sees you.